What's up, people? It's your Belief, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to build a Pellington and Tundra for quick scoping, and then I'll show you guys the 50 cal build just in case you guys want to see that as well. And then before we start talking about the attachments for the sniper rifles, I just want to go over what wild cards I use on my sniper rifles. So usually I run Gunfighter. This is the best one, I feel like. It gives you 3 additional attachment slots for your sniper rifle, and sniper rifles are already so underpowered in this game just because the ADS times are a lot slower and it's like super hard to actually see people. So I think you need all the help you can get, which is why I really like Gunfighter. But then if you want to, you can also run Perk of Greed. So you're running 5 attachments, but you have extra perks. And then Lawbreaker here, so which is just overkill essentially. Just so then at least you could play far and then fight up close with your SMG or whatever you want to pair it with. So let's go ahead and start off with the Pellington. So hands down, the Pellington is the fastest ADS for quick scoping in Cold War. The only issue is it doesn't hit as good as the Tundra. With the Tundra, you get definitely less hit markers. I'm not going to really go over my perks or all this stuff. I'm just going to go over the attachments. So for the attachments, I'm running the Hangman RF scope. So this one's super important because if you guys don't know, when you ADS to quick scope, there's like a half a millisecond or something where your bullet's actually not going to hit where you're aiming because it doesn't register. So technically it's still like a hip fire. So sometimes like you'll ADS and you'll see the enemy, but you won't get a hit. That's because you didn't wait long enough. But with the Hangman RF, you actually don't get that little bit of milliseconds of time where you are just hip firing. So this is really nice. I definitely would recommend running this on all your guns if you're trying to quick scope. And then for the muzzle, I'm going for stabilizer. This is also because we're using the 7 attachment wild card. And then Tiger Team, I'm running this because it's honestly the best barrel, but you don't have that much ammo capacity. So to mitigate against that, I just use the 7 rounds. So instead of 7, you'll start off with 6. But if you don't want to run this, and let's say if you're running the 5 attachments only, I would recommend getting the combat recon barrel, which gives you 75% bullet velocity. And then the next one will be the mounted flashlight. So steady aim is nice because sometimes you're like right up in people's face. You can actually get a hit, like a no scope, but it's definitely not worth it. Getting this, it helps you with the reveal distance. So you'll see the little like their nameplates and the red dot above the enemy's head. This is like super good for cartel, and not only that, but in this game it's so hard to see people. It's ridiculous. I mean, sometimes I can't even tell where the fuck people are and I'm just dying. So this is usually what I run. It helps me be able to see the enemy more often, and sometimes you can actually see them through the smoke, which is pretty cool. For the foregrip here, I'm running the SFOD speed grip just for the sprint moving speed and the horizontal recoil control. Usually I wouldn't even run one of these grips if I'm running the 5 attachments, but because we have the 7, I'm like, why not just freaking put it on? And then the 7 round mags, I explained the reason why I'm using that. It's just because of the barrel. And then for the grip tape, you want the airborne. This gives you the fastest ADS time, so this is like super important. If you don't have this yet, you can just start with the speed tape. It's totally fine. And then for this last one, I'm running the Raider pad for the better sprint to fire time. And then we're already taking the flashlight, so our hip fire is going to be screwed. Plus, I mean, I've came to terms that if I see someone right next to me who's like 5 meters away, I'm not going to win that fight. I already came to terms with that. So I don't even care about hip fire anymore. And all this other stuff is like really good. So yeah, so that's my build for the Pellington. I'd say if you guys want to use the 5 attachments instead of the 7, run the optic. This barrel here, switch it for the combat recon, and then leave the flashlight on, and then grip tape and stock. I think it's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's 5. Those are the 5 I would run. All right, and then for the Tundra, so it's essentially the same thing that I'm running on the Tundra. The steady aim laser, switch it for the mounted flashlight, and then the Tiger Team, this is also you missed that one little bullet, but then you switch over for the 7 round mags. And then what I would run if I'm running the 5 attachments instead of 7 is the optic, the barrel. I might switch the barrel to Hammer Forge, just so you get faster fire rate, which is pretty nice. You'll get hit markers, but definitely a lot less than the Pellington. And then I'll keep the mounted flashlight, and then the handle and the stock. So those 5. All right, and then we're gonna be talking about the garbage 50 cal. So this thing is like, it had potential to be decent, but it's not. You have to hit like their freaking throat, in the middle of their chest, or in their head, just to get a 1 shot. If you don't do that, you're gonna get a hit marker, and it's gonna be a minimum of 2 shots to kill. So with this gun, you're not gonna be doing any quick scoping. If you do, you're a fucking god and you're amazing. But what I usually do with this gun is just hold angles, and then I'm using the sound moderator, the muzzle, just because I want to be off of the freaking radar. And then I'm using the rapid fire barrel, which increase my fire rate. And then I'm using the bipod for the grip. This is just for the vertical and horizontal recoil, because you're going to be ADSing down angles or lines of sight already. So you want the recoil control here. And then for the mag, you want the 7-round speed mag. You might even be able to switch it to the 9-round mags. I've never switched it because I've been lazy. And as soon as I got this gun maxed out, I was like, okay, I'm done. But you might want to run the 9 rounds because you're going to be ADSing the whole time. You don't need to look down. You don't have to worry about ADS time. And then the handle, you want the jungle grip. So this helps with flinch resistance. That is what is important with this gun, because you will be ADSing down angles and trying to compete, or you're trying to contest against other like ARs or SMGs. So this is what I would run on it. Not for quick scoping, but for sure it's if you gotta level it up, this is seriously the build you gotta use. I wouldn't recommend even getting the 7 attachments because it's a waste of time unless you want to just do it for the hell of it. And then I wouldn't use this Hangman. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. You're not trying to quick scope. And then if you want to, you could always put a red dot or the iron sights or something just to help you look around the map a lot quicker. But I found out that with the sniper rifle, you just want to be more precise with your shots rather than just like seeing the whole map. So usually I just run the scope. Plus, I found out that if you use the iron sights, even with iron sights, you'll still get a sniper glint. So people will still see you no matter what. So you might as well run with the freaking regular scope. Or if you really want to, the red dot, but it's not going to matter. You're still going to have your sniper glint. All right, yeah, so those are my attachments for all my sniper rifles that I finally got to diamond. And I'm not going to lie, I think after grinding for diamond and I came to terms that I don't think I'm going to be playing this multiplayer anymore. I think I'm going to hop back to Warzone just because I'm pretty tired of, I don't know, the mechanics of this game is so different from Modern Warfare. It's kind of hard for me to get used to it. Plus, people really just hold down angles, and if they have a really good angle on you, you're just dead. And it's hard to really have fun just because I feel like skill-based matchmaking is so freaking strong in this game. If you're not running, even if you're running like duos or trios and you're matching up into a lobby, usually you're playing against 5 and maybe like 6 or another 3, and then you'll get some Randys or something. And you end up just getting stomped. At least for me, this is what I experienced. I don't know about you guys. I play a lot of domination, so usually if I'm not running a full squad, it's actually hard to just spawn trap people, just because people will just go and try to cap the flag and they'll switch it right away, and then before you know it, people have different angles on you, and then I don't know, it's a mess. And majority of the time for me, I'm paired up against a full team of 5 or something. And then running solos is ridiculous too, because if you're running solos, I just feel like if I'm playing and I'm not doing the best, somehow I'm still on top of the damn leaderboards. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like quick scoping, trying to cap flags, doing whatever I need to do, but somehow I'm still on top of the leaderboards, but we're like below 30 points in domination. So it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think it's that balanced. It's pretty hard for me to play solo. So usually I try to play in a squad. So I think I'm kind of done with playing Cold War. I'm happy I got my diamond snipers, which is honestly all I kind of wanted. I'll play Search or Dom if some of my boys want to play Cold War still. Honestly, I'm just going to wait, and I'm just going to keep playing some Warzone. Hopefully the Warzone is going to be good, guys. Because honestly, I don't think these guns are going to be able to compete against the other guns in Warzone, in Modern Warfare, just because the recoil pattern for these guns, I don't think they're as good as like the Growl or the M13 or the Kilo, because in this game there's so many guns that wobble left and right, which is kind of ridiculous. But we'll see what happens. Who knows, right? I might not know anything. I mean, this is just all speculation, how I feel. But maybe I mean, I'm sure there'll be a few guns that are gonna stand above some of the guns in Modern Warfare. But I don't know, man. I don't see how you're gonna be able to compete against a Kilo or a Growl, and even like the SMGs, right? If you're running the Uzi, or is that the Uzi? Yeah, if you're running the Uzi, it has the slowest bullet velocity, and you're playing on a small map, and you're already having to lead your damn shots to shoot someone. So can you imagine playing Warzone with the freaking Uzi or even the MP5, having to lead your shots, building everything for bullet velocity? It's gonna be a little sketchy. It's gonna be a little sketchy, but we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see the guns or whatever happens from here to Warzone. I'll see you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick random video of me showing you guys my sniper loadouts, and I guess talking about my opinions. I didn't expect about me start talking my opinions about Cold War, but I'm done playing multiplayer unless it gets better or something. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Smash that like button if you enjoyed the loadouts. Comment down below if you even end up at the end of this video, and then go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Warzone gameplay, and maybe Cold War if I got a squad on and they want to play something, or if I want a quick scope, because quick scope is actually really satisfying in this game. Only issue is the lobbies are ridiculous. All right, I'll see you guys later. Love you all. Have a great day. Tell someone you love them, and you know, keep doing your thing.